I will do that. And you may need to verify that you're okay with me recording, because that's how Zoom works now. So you'll need to go ahead and do that. So we are so glad you're here for our energy event. What we're doing tonight, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my slide to keep myself on task here, right? We're going to be sharing with you about just how you can have more energy in your day. And specifically, if you maybe are a mom who has kids coming home soon for summer vacation, we thought that this would be the perfect time to share some of our stories with you, because many of us on this, we are young moms, and we are here to help you. We're going to share some stories with you about what's worked for us to have sustainable energy, natural energy, not fast crash energy. We're going to share with you the science behind what worked and why it works, because science is why it works. And then we're going to share some fun deals on these products. And the products are Shaklee products. If you've never heard of Shaklee, we're going to tell you more about those tonight too. Let me admit our next person here. But really, as you probably know about health, like health really comes down to what you're eating and how you're moving, right? Yet we all need a degree of energy to be able to eat healthier, to be able to have the energy to make that salad or cook healthier, right? Or to be able to get that workout done, right? And sometimes it's hard to know where to start because you maybe don't have the energy to start. And so that's why I really love these products, because they are natural products that can kind of give you that kickstart to give you the energy to live a healthier life, and then also to sustain that energy day after day, even when maybe your diet isn't perfect, right? So I'm going to be introducing lots of friends as we go through, and my name is Alyssa, by the way. I'll tell you more about my story in our time here, but I'm really excited to share these stories with you. So I'm going to first introduce my friend Shelby, and Shelby is pictured here with her cute new baby, and this is baby number 3 for her, and she's got a really great story. So Shelby, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Hopefully, oh, it cut my video off. Hopefully,
Oh,
hopefully she cooperates because she's starting to fuzz.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Here's a new baby cry.
Where'd your passy go? There it is. There it is. Okay. So I am Shelby. I'm 30 years old. Like she said, this is my 3rd baby here. She's 3 weeks old as of yesterday. And so my oldest is 14, just turned 14, and then my middle child turns 2 tomorrow. So yeah, fun age gaps. I got started with Shaklee because I was looking for something to help my thyroid when I found out I was pregnant with Scarlett. She caused my thyroid to kind of go all over the place, and I really didn't want to add more medications. I don't like taking medications, and so I really wanted to try to avoid adding anything in. And I've also been like really looking for removing toxic things out of my life, whether that's like cleaning products or skincare, hair care, whatever. I've really been trying to do better for me. So, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we'll try our best. And if you want to, you can come back and share your story later, or, I mean, or you can summarize whatever works for you, friend. I don't want to stress you out here.
I will give the short and sweet version real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Because she's just being difficult. This is how my day has been. That's why I said I'm going to have to hop off. Yeah. You're okay. So when my thyroid started screwing up, I kind of started doing a lot of research and figuring out what I could do to better my thyroid health without adding medications in. And the only thing I wasn't doing was making sure that my vitamin that I'd been taking was a good quality, really going to do what it's going to say it's going to do vitamin. I've been taking the same prenatal for 2 years because I was pregnant with my son and then breastfeeding him. And obviously it didn't do what it was supposed to do. Because when I switched to Shaklee, it just made the world of a difference. I had an instant boost in my energy in 2 weeks. I thought I was nesting early. It was that big of a difference. And then it's just snowballed from there. I've had so many benefits, and I weaned myself off of caffeine because I saw such a big change in my energy, and that energy has just continued even after I've had her. I don't feel the need for caffeine daily. They say to nap when your kids nap, and I don't do that. I get stuff done around my house instead. I don't need to, because it's just the vitamins and the shakes provide what I need to give me that energy to get what I need done. And it's just, yeah, it's made the world of a difference for me. And even my husband, who was skeptical when I switched, has become a believer because he's seen such a big difference in me.
That's awesome. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing. And it's great to hear Scarlett talk to us.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You don't need to apologize for your cute baby. And well, thank you for sharing. I mean, that's amazing. Like, from your thyroid issues to like not feeling like you need caffeine all the time. And I'll even tell you, when I switched to the shakes, I found that I could function on less sleep. And so maybe that's some of it too, because I know you're probably getting less sleep. So that's really amazing, Shelby. Thank you so much for sharing your story, my friend. So, well, let me tell you a little bit more about like Shaklee. If you're kind of like, what is Shaklee? What does this mean? Shaklee is the name of our founder. His name is Dr. Forrest Shaklee. He invented the world's first vitamin 100 years ago because he said that there was no way people could get enough nutrients in their diet, which is really funny because he said that 100 years ago, and goodness, look at our world now, right? So, he invented that world's first supplement. He was selling it out of his chiropractic office. And then when he was about to retire, his kids said, Dad, how are you going to continue to share this? And so that's how this company was born, out of a belief that it rewards people who truly believe in the products, who share them with others and help other people. And it's really a mission to help the world become more healthy, change that healthcare into well care, helping people make small, sustainable changes that are habits that overall improve your health rather than a quick fix, right? So Shaklee Products, in one way or another, have been around for 100 years and have this unique quality about them of beyond organic. We're going to tell you more about that too. And the other person you see pictured here, his name is Roger Barnett. He bought the company about 15 years ago, and he's a really smart businessman who also believes in this mission so well. But ever since he started, he has made it a much more, it's a much more rewarding business for people that want to share and also want to be able to perhaps have more time freedom or be home with their families. And so that's why many of us are here. We are grateful for Roger Barnett and what he's done. So Shaklee, because of Dr. Shaklee's vision, he actually also invented the world's first green cleaner. And so Shaklee's expanded into biodegradable cleaners and then into clean skincare and weight loss. We're really just going to focus on the supplements tonight, just because that's what we're focusing on for more energy. But I'll tell you that all Shaklee products have a 100% guarantee, meaning that you can use it, empty the bottle and use it. And if it doesn't work for you, you can get your money back. I've had very few people take advantage of that. Most of the time it's maybe if the skincare wasn't a good fit with their skin or something like that, but it's rare that people take advantage of that. But I know no other company that believes so much in their products that they have a 100% use it completely up. And if it still doesn't feel the change, you can get your money back. So I want to introduce my friend Havela, because Havela really does a lot of research. So she's going to tell you what makes Shaklee unique and also her great and unique story as well. So Havela, go ahead and take it away, my friend.
Okay, thank you, Alyssa. So I've been on a quest for energy pretty much since I can remember, because I was actually a professional ballet dancer, and I had a teacher tell me, you're a dancer, you're tired, get used to it. So I kind of took that as a challenge in a way, like, all right, then I'm going to like see what I can do to fight that. It's always up until now, it's been a total uphill battle. I mean, I did all the right things, like buying all the organic food, making sure I kept my house like toxin free. Like I mean, you name it, I probably tried it. And still, about 1.5 years after my son was born, I found myself in a place physically where I was like, what gives? Like I don't understand. Why do I still not have energy? I wasn't sleeping well, like to the point where my husband didn't even want to sleep in the same bed as me because I was like thrashing around so much. I wasn't, I like didn't have the mental focus that I used to have. Like I couldn't just like sit and think creatively anymore. It was just gone. It was just like my brain was like blah. And then, you know, crashing in the afternoon at like 2 p.m. And quick fixes were just not, have never really been a good solution for me because I don't process, I don't like process stimulants very well. Basically, I get that really wonderful high, but then I crash and then it hurts. So those like, you know, tried to stay away from, but you know, when you're desperate, you do what you can. And then, so around that time when my son was about 1.5 years old, I met Chelsea. And Chelsea introduced me to Shaklee Products very graciously and very patiently, because after having like trying to do all the right things, I was like, but I've done it all. I've done it all. There's no more. Like, I can't, there's nothing else I can try. But God worked on my heart in a lot of ways, actually. And I decided, okay, I'll just give this Shaklee thing a try. Along with doing like, that's after doing lots of research, asking her a ton of questions. Like I said, she was very patient with me. And then kind of just banking on that money back guarantee. Like, all right, if I try this stuff and it doesn't work, I'll get my money back. And then, you know, I'll keep trying to find my magic solution for energy. Well, here's what happened. Within like a week of starting a protein shake and a strip of vitamins each day, my brain just like felt like it upgraded. It was like ding, 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 ding. And I was able to start like doing things again that I hadn't been able to do before. I started sleeping better, like big time. And that's actually followed me through this pregnancy, which has been amazing. Like I'm still sleeping well, and I'm at 35 weeks pregnant. And I mean, I can just go on and on about all the wonderful things that happened for me physically when I switched to starting to just add those Shaklee products in. So like for me though, I didn't just want it to work. When I buy products, I have these two criteria that are pretty much on the same level with each other. One is, does it work? And then the other one is quality. I really, really am concerned about quality. I've been concerned about it since I wrote a research paper on it, like when I was 13, wrote a research paper on organic food and was like, okay, how is this produced? You know, learning about how our food is produced and things like that. So what I was just like kind of floored about with the way Shaklee does things is they actually are beyond organic. They source products that are like they source the products, but then what they do is they test them to make sure they're free of over like 350 contaminants. That's when they bring in like a raw material. And then on all of their products, well, I shouldn't say on all their products, but they conduct over 100,000 quality tests per year on their products. So you know that what you're getting is going to be pure and it's going to be potent. It's going to be effective. They also are non-GMO, which is super important to me. If you ever want to hear about GMO and sustainable farming, talk to me. But that was another really big deal. And then finally, along with that goes with their processing integrity. I never found a protein powder that I thought was like good quality or sourced well, because I'd always heard like, oh, they use high heat processing, it denatures the proteins, it makes it so it's not even useful for your body and almost makes it toxic. And I read about and learned about how Shaklee does it, and it's completely different. And that is why I felt such a big difference when I started using their products, because my body was able to just take that protein, put it where it needed to go, didn't have any digestive issues with it. It's just been really great. And so that kind of dovetails into the Shaklee difference, which again has been was a big selling point for me, is that it's proven. So they have over 100 patents and patents pending, because they know that what they're producing is the best quality and they want to protect that for us. They have clinical studies to back up so many of their products, all their products, right? I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong there, Alyssa, but like most, if you look up the vitamin D, they've got a clinical study that shows how well it's absorbed. You look up their vitalizer, they've got clinical studies to show how well it works. And then they have a lot of Olympic athletes that just absolutely love the products and have thrived on them. And you can see as with all the medals that they've earned that something is right with this stuff. And then the other cool thing, Shaklee's been on every NASA mission since 1993, and their performance endurance electrolyte drink is based on a product that they developed for NASA. So for when the athletes come back into the atmosphere to keep them from getting dehydrated. And then one other exciting thing I want to share with you is their landmark health study. This was another thing that, like, for me was like, wow, it's so cool. Like they've actually studied their products to make sure that they're working. And so they compiled data for over this was 10 years ago that they conducted the first landmark health study. And what they did is they compared 3 groups of people. One group was a group of Shaklee users. The second group was a group of average multivitamin users. And then the third one were non-supplement users. And what they did was they measured different biomarkers for health. Then a lot of these were like blood tests, things like that. And the Shaklee users scored higher than all the other groups combined. And they were on average 10 years older than the people in the other groups, which is pretty amazing. And I just want to highlight a couple of my favorites. They take little to no medication. That's a really big deal for people over like the age of 60. And that is one of the really great stats from this, because most of us know. Yeah, that's right, Chelsea. Yeah, they were going to they were like, it was a big risk for them to do this study because they were going to publish the results, whether it was good or not, like whether it ended up being reflecting well on Shaklee or not. It was going to just get published. And it just so happened that it all ended up in Shaklee's favor. So little to no medication, then you guys can read the rest, but I also really love the part about inflammation. So the Shaklee users had 59% lower levels of C-reactive protein. It's a measure of inflammation in your body. And that is huge because so many of us are, I'd say in our country especially, have such high inflammation levels. And it's a sign of chronic stress. And it just shows that these supplements really help to tell the body to cut back the inflammation. And so that's it.
Yes.
Thank you for letting me share.
Havela. Yes, I appreciate your the research that you did and the passion that you have for it. And so thank you so much for sharing. And so what I'm going to do is we talked about a lot of products. And so people might wonder, okay, well, where on earth do I start? And so we'll tell you exactly where to start. If I can advance to the next slide, which, there it is. So the best place to start is what we call the Pruvit challenge, because this is your chance to prove it to yourself that you can do it. And prove it to yourself that maybe will Shaklee products work for you or will they not? If you're skeptical, we highly recommend the Pruvit challenge. But we also like it because you get so many freebies with it. And it was created based on that study that Havela just talked about of those people who had better health than people younger than them because they were using Shaklee products, which is huge. So there's a couple different plans and I'll tell you about them. But the overall view of the plan is that it's a 30-day challenge and you're going to get a strip of supplements to take daily, and you'll get a daily meal of a protein shake, and you'll also get a free cleanse with it and a bunch of other free stuff, and I'll tell you about it. So you might be wondering about the supplements, and this is where you can diversify, okay? So you'll see on one side, we have the Proven Vitalizer Strip. So by Proven, this is the one they did the landmark study. They created this after the landmark study. They asked all those people who had better health than the other people that were younger than them, okay, what are you guys taking? And they found that those people were taking a multivitamin daily. They were taking fish oil. They were taking probiotics. They were taking vitamin C and B vitamins. And so what they did is they took that and they put it in this nice little convenient strip that you see pictured down below. It's great because it can go anywhere with you. And that's your daily vitamins. And they combined, it's actually 80 nutrients in those few vitamins right there. So that's the Proven strip. However, they recently came out with something called Meology, and this is completely based on you. And so they have an amazing health assessment that you can take based on what you're normally eating, what your doctor has said, what your family history might be. And you can get a personalized vitamin pack. And what's really cool about it is it has your name on it. So both are really good. And whichever one you choose can come with your Pruvit challenge. So either one of these supplement packs are great. You'll also get a daily life shake. And so if you kind of think, well, aren't shakes for people that want to lose weight? I don't want to lose weight. Or aren't shakes for like bodybuilders? I'm not a bodybuilder. These are things that I thought until I learned more about how every function in our body needs protein to happen. And most of the time, we just aren't getting enough protein in our diet. Or if we are getting protein, it's usually from animal sources that also have some fat and cholesterol involved too. So having a plant-based protein supplement to put in and make sure you're getting enough protein that your body needs to do what it's supposed to do is such a great idea. And actually, Dr. Shaklee said that if he recommended only one product, he would recommend taking the daily protein shake, the Life Shake, which I think is really impressive. So protein shakes are so essential, and everybody in our family has them. And you can see some of the stats for this, that it's 20 grams of protein in it, 6 grams of fiber, non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, lots of really good things. Specifically, what makes our shake unique, I mean, for one thing, it's beyond organic, but specifically we have an enzyme called leucine in it that helps your body hold on to muscle. And muscle increases your metabolism. And so for me, I started using it. And just because I just didn't like to cook my lunches, my husband would come home for lunch and I'd be like, I don't want to cook. Let's make shakes. So that's what we did. And we found that over time, like our pants were fitting a lot better. And so that is a nice side benefit of the Life Shake. So I want to actually introduce Brandi to you because Brandi also has a really great story. Her husband, she's a military spouse, and he's been overseas since she started her health journey and her business journey too. So Brandi, I would love for you to share your story.
Hi, yeah. I have done the Prove It Challenge twice, actually. I'm gonna talk about the first time I did it tonight, though.
Great.
I was just trying to lose some weight and get some energy, just like a lot of people out there. As a mom, you know, you're told it's normal to be tired and exhausted, that's just how your life is now, so get used to it. And then, you know, on top of that, I had really bad foot pain for no reason, no injury, just inflammation. And I was going through this vicious cycle of wanting to do all of these things and just not, like you said, not having the energy to get started, which seems silly, but I feel like a lot of people struggle with that. And, you know, I was also trying to just do too much at once. I was trying to change everything rather than take a simple, small step to kind of get me going. And so, to be quite frank, one day I just sucked it up and I grabbed my sister-in-law and we dove into the Prove It Challenge. And because, you know, I was at a point where I was tired of feeling tired and stuck. So we just went for it. And by day 4, I had a lot of energy. There was no afternoon drag. When my daughter took a nap, I was totally fine to keep going during my day. And then by the end of the 30 days, I'd lost several pounds and a few inches, mainly in my waist. I wasn't addicted to Diet Coke anymore. I wasn't craving all the junk food. My skin was clear. My feet didn't hurt anymore. Just so many positive takeaways. But my favorite one was like specifically about the cleanse. You really learn how food affects your body. You know, I figured out which food makes me bloat, which food makes me break out, which food gives me tummy troubles, everything like that. So that was probably my biggest takeaway from it. And now I've been taking my shakes and vitamins for, I mean, it's coming up on a year, I think. And I still feel all the energy. You know, it's not magic. It takes some work and it takes effort, but I have built such a solid foundation of my shakes and vitamins every day. It makes all the rest of my choices so much easier to keep going with and seeing the same results. I mainly notice energy when I'm around people because I'm so used to it now. Like if we go on a family vacation, I'm the only one who doesn't need a nap in the afternoon. So that's pretty
That is
sweet.
huge. Wow.
Even the kids are on the couch falling asleep and I'm like, let's go. What's next? And then, there's so many other benefits too that led from the Pruvit challenge, just outside of the challenge. I was a lot more confident. I started working out more consistently, and I found a few vegetables I like that I didn't know that I liked. And then, when my toddler's running around the trampoline park, like today, I can run around with her. I'm not just like sitting on the sidelines watching, I'm actually playing with her. Then the last thing I want to add, because this was my biggest thing before I decided to really just jump in, I was nervous. I was like, that seems a challenge. That's a challenge. I'm not comfortable with that. And during that first week, because my first few days, you can ask Chelsea, were a little tough. But I will say you are surrounded with a community of people who have done it at least once, sometimes several times, that want to help you. And the thing that got me through was telling myself, like these couple of days are tough, but I'm worth a tough couple of days to get me going for the rest of my life. It's okay to be uncomfortable for 3 days because it's going to help me live the life I want, hit my goals, do everything, and live the life that I want to live. So it was totally worth it.
Gosh, Brandi, I love your story. So many things about it, but your energy, but then even just the inner person and how that's changing you. I just love that. And I love that you are part of this community because you cheer on everybody else and we cheer on each other. It is a beautiful place. So thanks for sharing, my friend. Well, I am going to share with you just a little bit about my story. In conclusion, really, I started my business 10 years ago. It's hard to believe it's been that long. And really, I started it because, well, for one thing, I knew these products were good because I took them as a child. But so we moved away from our distributor, and I was surprised to find after my first son was born that Shaklee was still around. And so I was a former teacher, and I was kind of just looking for something, and I wanted to get healthier, and I wanted to be able to give my kids these supplements, and I wanted to be able to take them myself. And so I figured, well, I may as well start a business because at least I can buy them from myself at the best price. And if I sell a few, then that'll help pay for the products that I want, right? And I knew that my mom would be my first customer because she always was sad about her distributor that we moved away from. And so, so it's been the perfect fit. In 10 years, and even before the 10 years, I was able to replace my teaching income. And I get to help people start businesses and help other people build their health. And so if you just want to be able to buy it at the best price, you might want to consider a business because you might be surprised at what you can do in this business, because I never thought that it would be this kind of income or success, or even just be as fulfilling as it is, but it really is. So now I'm going to tell you about the deals, and the best I should tell you, there are so many deals tonight that I'm not even going to tell you all of them. I'm going to encourage you to talk to the person who invited you because there's so many. And so the biggest thing is whatever you're interested in, talk to the person who invited you, and they can kind of tell you, oh, there's a deal on this, there's a deal on this. But I'm going to tell you the best ones. And the biggest one is that you can get a free business kit with an order of $150. And so the business kit is usually $50 and you can get it for free. And so you'll have to add it to your cart, and then you'll get reimbursed for it. That's how it works. But then you can buy all of your wellness products and your cleaning products and your skincare from yourself at the best price, and perhaps maybe share it with your mom and sister, and maybe even a few other people. And it could create a side income for you as well, or maybe something bigger like what it's been for me. So that's the biggest one. But let's talk about the Pruvit challenge, because like I said, there's a lot of deals that come with the Pruvit challenge, okay? Like I said, it includes a 30-day supply of shake and vitamins. You will get 15% off this order as well as future orders. That's called a membership. And so it means that, kind of like you're a member of Costco or whatever, you get that membership for free. And it means that this order is 15% off. And if in the future you choose to buy and you buy, our skincare or anything, all of our products are 15% off. You'll also get free shipping. I don't know about you, but I love free shipping. So anytime they say free shipping, I'm all in. You also get that free 7-day healthy cleanse that Brandi was talking about. that she said was kind of hard for her the first couple days. And so I have some people that choose to like go all in and start with that healthy cleanse and then move to the Pruvit challenge. And I have other people that say, oh my goodness, I'm scared of that healthy cleanse. I'm not ready to do that. And I say, that's okay. You can save it and do it later. Start with the Pruvit challenge. So anyway, all of those things would add up to $249, but you would get it for $159. And then if you choose to continue with your vitamins and shakes, it ends up being around that same price monthly. So a lot of people often ask, oh, well, if it's that, does that mean in the future it's $249? No, it's usually averaging out at about that same price. You wouldn't always get that free cleanse though. But you get the vitamin strips and shakes, usually still averages out at that same price. So it's a really great price for 30 meals and 30 vitamin strips. So you could, because that's $159, you could pair that with the business kit. So you get a free business kit with any order of $150. And so a lot of these products are a little bit cheaper for distributors. And so if you want to get at the best price, you might want to take advantage of this. Plus there's lots of other deals too, another free product, things like that. So all of this to say, lots of other deals. So just ask the person who invited you for what the best fit is for the products that you're interested in, because there's another product you can get for $5. There's another free product on top of it. Like, you came to the right presentation on the right day, because there's a lot of deals and we're happy to share them with you. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to stop sharing my screen so I can see your lovely faces. And does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask? And I'll stop recording so you feel comfortable asking questions.